Hello, everybody, again. My name is LattMackey, unless you missed that the time just before this. And this is Alice in Wonderdream. But my pronunciation is terrible. I don't really, that's a loose translation, so I've been told. I am joined by the one, the only EpicNeonNinjaMonkey. Epic, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, man. So how would you say the title of this game?
Like an American?
Bad translation as well, huh?
I would pronounce it Fushigi no Yume no Alice, which is very American, I'm sure.
But that sounds way more interesting than what I was saying.
True.
So this game, I got one on. Before we get started, this is another TurboGrafx 16 game, but we're actually playing it on the PC Engine because it never came out in the States. And this game came per recommendation from EpicNeonNinjaMonkey. And how did you discover this game?
Random research.
Random research.
I discovered it after discovering the Turbo like a year and a half ago.
Nice. I do have to say, we have a friendly wager that we're going to tell you all about here really quick. Epic had an idea to throw a little wager. What is our bet going for this race, Epic?
The winner gets to pick a speed game for the loser to run.
So I'm more than likely I'll be the one who is having to play a game. But no, I'm just kidding. Just let you know, Epic is the world record holder in this game. And what's your current PP?
1312.
1312. Okay, I have a 13 some of best something. So, but I have a difference of 14.
1359, like something like that.
It's close. So what do you say we get started and we'll talk about it as we go along.
Let my title screen. Hold on, let me.
No problem.
Get back. Okay, title screen.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Going.
So there are a bunch of different worlds in this game. You play as Alice. What should we be talking about here, Epic?
Tech. Always the tech.
Okay.
Like ladder tech.
Yeah. Jumping on ladders is stupidly complicated. Not stupidly, but it's a challenge in this game.
For sure. You have to almost let go of the D-pad and then jump and then repress the D-pad. Otherwise, Alice likes to fall off ladders.
What you may see once or twice in this run.
I'm hoping not.
Alice is actually a really fun character to control. She's actually really responsive and she's really fast, but she kind of slides around a little bit when you turn back or change direction. And she also has quite a few of the attacks to do.
So on the bosses too, this orb drop, you'll see me standing in a certain spot distance-wise. I almost tried to split.
Same here.
You'll see us stand in a certain spot distance-wise because Alice will run over to a certain spot. So we're trying to get as close as we can to that spot to not lose time. Kind of like in Mega Man, how he exits the center of the screen in later Mega Man games.
The jumping is quite precise, but we want to limit our jumps as much as we can. We don't want to jump too high, nor do we want to jump. We want to keep moving. The Epic did a ton of work on this game, tasking it out a little bit, or with task tools, I should say. And he revealed and observed that the fastest speed you can actually get is while walking.
That part of it, actually, Similarian found. A friend of mine. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
I labeled that on. There's a spreadsheet on. I almost tried to split again. There's a spreadsheet on the speedruns.com page with a lot of task information on it.
For those that are looking for a speed game, this is actually a really good one because the controls are so wonderful. There's a lot of different challenges in the game, and you'll see here coming up. Well, not quite yet, but there's actually even menuing and things like that. Alice has a few spells that she can use, and we haven't even gotten any of them yet.
There's also a high bounce, and it's a 4-frame window. That's fun. So if you see us hit that, that's a 4-frame window, which is very hittable. It's not like impossible or super precise,
but it is tight.
It's definitely missable. Got the slide. The little slide at the end of Forest 3 under the flower X's or pollen or whatever they are. Oh, I should pay attention.
So every level has a boss fight to it. And some of them you'll see repeated here as we move into the next world. So, going against, what do you call this guy? The 1-3 boss. He's probably got a name.
I call him a puppet.
A puppet? Okay, what do I have? I think one of my...
Also, enjoy your Louis Vuitton wallpaper. I got some fancy bosses. I can tell you this game controls way better than Tanma.
Oh, yes. Which really... Good.
Tanma, I swear he just sucks helium all day. He's so floaty. That's my new joke with Tanma.
You know, when Epic and I decided to do these races, I didn't realize how much of a challenge it was going to be to go from this game to Legend of Veritomo, which you'll see coming up next. It is a big.
Now, enemies can get me back during commentary in Tanma now.
So you notice both of us are now, we have to jump into the menu to select the jump spell as we did in, and that makes you, there's a bunch of different spells. The jump spell makes you jump higher. Pretty obvious.
Blue book. You start with the red book, which reveals items. Oddly, it was really interesting figuring. I just split. Whoops! I started my timer over. GG.
That's okay. We can retime it. I can tell you you're ahead right now. I'll tell you that. I haven't died yet though.
I have this habit of splitting because I usually run the game, not a solo timer. I should have just brought my splits up. Would have been easier.
It's all good.
I blame the spacebar. Oh, missed that jump.
So I use the red spell there too. I actually pick up an extra heart piece in this. The red spell is like a discover spell, and it reveals secrets throughout the game. And there I was getting some health.
So these lizards, you see me get that early hit. I don't know if Lat's been getting them. I almost split again. But that early hit on the lizard it's not super hard to get, but it's definitely somewhat precisely timed. Because you don't gain control of the character right away.
Yeah, so you're trying to get it as fast as you possibly can.
And here's where high bounces start actually mattering. Pulse 3.
This is actually a really fun casual game as well. And if you don't speak or read or write Japanese, it can be a little bit challenging. I just totally missed the jump there. And thankfully, it doesn't prohibit the game, the enjoyment. You can still get through it once you figure out what the spells do. And thankfully, or you can just ask EpicNeonNinjaMonkey to show up in your chat and tell you what it does.
I'm gonna play safety dog. I'm going 5 heart. I can 4 heart the dog almost every time, but I am not risking it right now.
There are definitely some strats to make this just a bit safer, but the dog is kind of one of the places where you can... The whole run could come to a screeching halt there, so...
Yes, it can. Very much so. I started my timer. I just stopped my timer, too, on accident.
Oh, nice.
I hit the space bar.
You're going for the
trying to split. Full effect.
You notice I get 5 hearts as well, but that's normally how I play the dog as well.
So now that we're in Veggie Land, everybody enjoy your scanline carrots.
Okay. I didn't die on the dog. We're good. Okay. The run is down. Tuba dog.
The joke that never dies.
Right. It's not a tuba.
It'll always be a tuba in my heart.
There's actually, so recently discovered, thanks to Aquas and a couple others, there actually are some warps in this game. So we actually we had submitted the game before we kind of knew about the warps, and that's why we're doing what is now called the warpless category of this. No longer the any percent.
So another thing with damage in this game, see that power arrow at the bottom? 1 arrow does 1 damage, 2 arrow does 2. You get the idea, pretty much. But we generally bounce on enemies' heads, or bosses' heads, because the damage is so much higher. Generally, it's between 16 and 19 damage, depending on the boss. So that's why we have the bosses planned out how we do. Kill them as fast as possible.
just about the. There's you have a limited amount of magic, as you'll notice in the heads-up display on the bottom left there. Unless things go really bad, typically we won't do any magic. We won't look for any magic pickups, except in one very specific spot.
So how many big useless buttons are you gonna use?
That's a good question. I'm putting the over/under at 3.5. But
okay, all right.
no, just kidding. There's one of the special abilities you have is this literally a big useless button, as Epic said, and unfortunately we probably won't see it in this run. Well, with a little bit of luck, we won't see it in this run.
I'm leaving it up to Lat to use the big useless button. He does it a lot more.
I try not to do it on purpose, but when you're trying to menu as fast as you can, you know.
That's not good.
Lizard is dead. So, apologies for Epic's timer. He is he's a little bit ahead of me. I'll tell you that right now. So.
Yeah, I'm in Veg 3.
I was about to split again too. After just talking about your splits.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
it's a trick.
Don't split. Splitting is bad.
I'll get the safety card. I'm at the wolf. In case you're wondering.
Yeah. You are Epic. Oh, didn't have to. Okay, cool.
It's really hard to count rocks with a Lat in your ear.
Sorry about that.
Nah, you're good. Everybody's preparing for the end scene. See all those rabbits.
The iframes are pretty they're helpful in this game. You'll notice we take a lot of damage, and a lot of it's actually intentional.
Had to think about that.
Specifically, like what Epic is doing right now against this enemy. He used the iframes to get in there so he can do a quick attack. So.
I just shot a swish in Pellis.
Nice. Oh, not nice actually. I'm sorry. Forget what swish again is.
Screen 1, those pixel near pick. Oh god, I did it. I did it again. Those pixel.
Thankfully,
jumps.
we have extra lives.
Yeah, I have like 7 still.
So you're giving me a chance. You're giving me a chance to get back into this.
Not on purpose. I like it. I have no mercy.
Okay, I am entering the palace.
All right, we're near each other now.
Thanks
Don't
to a
mess up
couple of
this stage.
timely swishes.
This is definitely a stage you do not want to mess up.
The checkpoints are not as kind in this stage as they are in other stages of the game. This level has some of my favorite music in the game. I really enjoy this music, but this is about as precise as you can with the platforming. Really precise jumps here.
Whoops.
You want to try not to turn back? Oh, that's not good.
So the
next
new spell we got was invincibility. It's quite helpful, but it costs 2 magic.
I'm going to use the invincibility spell a little bit more than Epic probably will. And more so I can just run through things without dying, which is always good. Okay, so now I'm using invincibility.
All right, stupid witch, come here.
The witches are the trolls of this game. There's not a ton of RNG in this game. The witches is one of them.
Yeah, Alice's death animation is fantastic. Just saying.
It's wonderful. The reason we're actually dying is to show you that animation over and over again.
Not me, I fell down the pit. You don't get that.
Oh, that's right. I'm the one who actually did it.
Exactly, sniper witch. She's a jerk.
Oh, did you just get sniped?
She tried,
Oh.
and then I said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna run by you. You already hit
Like
me."
a really bad death. It's okay. We can get past that. So you can see after that death where we have to start from. It's not very kind. We actually even tried to investigate if, depending on where we die, it might actually be quicker to game over depending on where you're at. So, yes, I definitely swished.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I used the wrong strats, but it's still fine. I played some safe strats.
Nice. Nice.
No, it's not. I hate safe strats.
Sorry. I appreciate a safe strat. It gives me a chance. Okay. Do some.
I'm at the boss that I don't know what to call.
Oh, I got it. That was very fortunate. Okay. So let's do this. Oh no, I switched again. How did I miss that jump? Well, folks, if you wanted to see the stage some more, oh, that was a really terrible hit I just did.
Form 2.
Nice. Okay, I am still struggling through the palace, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So the way that some of the jumps work in this game, oh geez, they're really quite.
What's my time?
Hey, GG. 14-19.
Not terrible. It's under somebody's PB. I won't say whose.
The only other person who's ever said, oh, I'm about to die. Died again. Okay. I'm finishing. We are, what was the estimate? What did we put the estimate at? We're going to,
20?
Okay, yeah, we should be okay for that. But I'm struggling through here just a little bit. Does the ending boss have a name in this? Did you ever come up with a clever name?
Nope.
Nope, yeah, okay.
So chat, what game should we make Lat run?
It is over. The bet is on. You can help us out. What kind of fun torture could we put on this bet? Oh, dang it, I just got hit again.
It's not his energy. Like
that a real
Villager says. Oh yeah, it is. Dog says Darkwing Duck.
Oh,
We got some Power Blade, Ice Climb, Power Golf, Sonic 1. I don't know what that game is.
Let's get this time.
Ninja Golf. Oh, Ninja Golf.
Ninja Golf.
It's quite the game. It's an Atari game.
Oh, it's a real game too.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a real game. You run through these, like, if you've ever played Kung Fu on the NES,
Yes, I have.
you run through like these side-scrolling areas, kicking ninjas and stuff. And then when you get to the ball, you hit the ball again, and then you do the same thing again.
Had a Ninja Golf block earlier. Well, there you go. See, it is a real thing. Okay, finally made it into the nightmare myself. The palace pain is over.
Yeah, Rabbit JPEG.
There you go. Get your rabbit JPEGs out there. We're almost there.
Hold on. Look at all those beautiful rabbits.
So many. Okay, there we go. Ah, there we go.
So in time, I'm gonna try to not split and mess up my timer.
Not splitting is the good idea.
Correct.
Finally down the home stretch here. And I am going to try to not die on the final boss as well.
Just running the game, it becomes such habit, and in practice. Nobody reset though. Nobody reset yet with the
No,
start.
hey, yeah, Epic, congrats, you didn't reset.
Thought for sure that was gonna happen. Get mad that you missed a strat.
I was just saying, there's a couple interesting strats about this final boss. There's actually a quick kill or quick hit you can get on the first cycle here. Did you get it? Did you get it by any chance?
I missed the first hit of the quick kill, but I got every bounce and everything after.
The chickens are. You can actually get set patterns with the boss here, except for if chickens do spawn, they kind of run around randomly. So there's a little bit of an RNG element there.
March and Maze is a great looking game. I need to play that someday.
Okay,
They're
5
saying-
hits here. 5
They're
here.
saying you should speed run. I should make you speed run March and Maze.
Oh my god, I don't even know what game that is, but I'm down. I will play. I'm totally down.
It's that isometric Alice game you played on Turbo.
Oh yeah. Actually it's a cool game. I like that. That was
Yeah,
actually
that's a very cool game.
it's very cool. Okay, and that is it.
GG.
Hey, sub
What's your
18.
time?
I'm taking it.
Sub 18. What were you doing?
I decided to die on Palace a couple times.
Did you fall down a rabbit hole or something?
Yes, pretty much. Well, everyone, thanks for letting us show this game off, and I'm glad you got to see. This is actually, if you've never picked this game up, it's a really fun platformer for the console. It can be really challenging. It can be really challenging, as you may have seen.
It is for sure. Thanks for letting us run this. Also, if anybody wants to run this or has questions, feel free to reach out.
Epic is all about this. He has quite a bit of knowledge on the game, and has been very helpful with actually learning the game. So I appreciate that, and thanks for letting us play this game.
Absolutely.
If you're